Now tell me, how many different things you can see in this picture?
The point A in the center and then the circle.
Yeah. So one is very tiny, the other is very big, right? What do you
Yeah,
call the tiny thing here?
a point.
Point. When you are thinking about the point in terms of the circle, what do you call it?
The
Uh,
um
the circumsphere, the
oh,
circumference, the chord, the radius. Any name you can remember?
I know what the radius is, and the it's like
It starts with
the
C.
diameter.
It has a name. The point has a name. The name starts with C and ends with R.
The center?
Yes, that's it. It's the center. Okay. What's the name of the round thing like? What's the name?
Of the what?
The thing that goes around the center. You can see this one.
That's this. It's a circle.
Yet the total thing is circle, but it has a separate name. When you consider the points and the things around is called circle, but when you come to talk about the things in terms of geometrical shape, you see the point as center and you say the thing as what?
The circumference?
Yes,
Or
good. That's circumference.
mhm.
So we got two things. One is center, the other is circumference. So let's try to define a circle. Can you read Can you read it now?
Yeah.
So read it.
A circle is the center of all points that are fixed distance from a center point. Yeah, every circle
Right,
starts with
all
a.
right, all right, all right. So there is a fixed distance from the center point. Point is center. From center A, the distance is same in every direction. Okay, so this thing is not one point, it's a set of many points, right? So all the points from this are equally distant from the center. Next.
Oh. So
Every circle, read it.
every circle starts with the center. If you had a compass, you'd stick the point in that center, and then you could draw an infinite number of dots that are all the same distance from that center. These dots would comprise your circle.
So your circles are basically consistent of many dots. All dots are connected to one another, okay? So here you can see this, the curved line. This is actually formed of many dots. Each dot is equally distant from the center point. This is the main lesson you need to know about the circle. If the distance differs, then it cannot be a circle. Maybe you're trying to draw a circle, say you're trying to draw, let me draw a circle. Is it a circle?
No,
Why not?
because it
Every dot
oh,
is not equally distant from the center point.
yeah.
Even if I try more close like this, is it a circle?
No, because the dot isn't like right. Like,
Okay, I understand. So what is a circle? A circle is the set of points. A circle is a set of points, a group of dots that are equally distant from a fixed point, which we call center.
yeah.
Okay. So we have learned what is a circle. We come to know that it has basic two things. One is center, the other is circumference. What is a radius? What is a radius?
The radius is like I know it is. It's like when it's like a line from the center to the edge of the circle.
Yeah, that's it. Edge, we do not call it edge, we call it circumference, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah.
In terms of geometric shape, we call it okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So I said all the dots or every dots of the circumference are equally distant from the center. Now, if you want to consider the distance from the center to any point of the circle and draw a line, we call it the radius.
Yeah.
So what is the radius? It's actually the distance. What's the radius?
It's the distance from the center to any point on the circle.
So your point is A, and here is the circumference. If you draw the distance, okay, this is going to be your radius. So how many items we have learned regarding circle?
3.
3. What are they?
The center, circumference, and radius.
Yeah. in mathematics, it is very important that you become familiar with different terms, the facts, the formulas. You need to know three things very well if you want to do good in mathematics. You need to know the terms, you need to be familiar with the facts, the features, and finally, you need to know the formula. If you can master these three things, you will be able to overcome any difficult questions. So today we will be basically looking at the terms. Then we will move on to the features. Then we will be looking at the formulas. Now after that, I will show you how to get your sum done, get your questions solved. Now, let's see what happens. What is this?
That's the radius.
What is this?
The diameter.
Yes, when two radius.
Yeah, we covered some of this last year.
No. So this is diameter.
Mhm.
How many items we learn?
4.
Four things. So both are distance. The distance between one point of circumsphere and the center is known as what?
Wait, this, can you repeat that?
The distance between the center and any point of the circumsphere.
Is a radius.
Yeah. The distance between 2 points across the circle through the center. The distance between
The diameter.
yes, so both are distance. One is a small distance, the other is large distance. So the
Yeah.
distance between a center and any point is radius. The distance between 2 points through the center across the circle, through the center between 2 points, say, is let me. So if it is X and if it is Y, this is point, this is the point. You have to consider the distance between these 2 points through the center. Distance between these 2 points through the center is known as diameter.
Yeah.
Right. How many things we've learned? How many items?
Oh, that's 4 so far. Or what? Was X
So
and Y another thing? Or?
a circle radius, diameter. So we have two distances. One is from the center point to any point. The other is from one point to another point through circle. Two distances. That third distance is the largest distance. What is the largest?
Oh, the circumference.
Circumference. So circumference is the distance from one point around the circle to the same point.
Longest in the letter.
You come to Y around the circle. So this is the circumference, and this is the longest distance of a circle.
Yeah.
So there are three distances: small, medium, and
Yeah.
the longest.
The radius, diameter, and circumference.
Good. Now, so circumference, diameter, radius, okay?
Yeah.
When it is diameter, it must go through the center. But if it doesn't go through the center, it goes through this, beyond the center, what do you call it?
This, what you're asking, what we call the line above diameter?
Yeah, it has a name.
I'm not sure what it is.
If it goes through the diameter, if the distance goes through the diameter, we call it if the distance go through the center, we call it diameter. But if it doesn't go through the center, we call it chord. Chord. Okay.
Oh, a chord?
Yeah. So how many terms you became familiar with?
5.
Tell me one by one. Can you tell me the name of the terms you learned?
Oh, the circumference, chord, diameter, radius, and center.
Yeah. Good. So radius, diameter, chord. Can you see the picture?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Suppose this is a pigeon. You like pigeon? Hmm? So, Halim, do you like pizza?
Pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suppose, what is the shape of a pizza?
A circle.
Okay. Suppose this is your pizza, and this is the center of your pizza, and there are two radius. You cut the pizza at this size from the center.
Yeah. So it's a pizza slice.
It's a pizza slice. What do you call a pizza slice in terms of geometry?
Uh, like that's the radius or what the whole slice is called. I'm not sure if it has a different name.
The whole slice, the red color.
I don't know if it has a specific name.
This slice in geometrical shape is known as sector.
A sector?
Yeah.
Oh.
So if you consider your circle as a pizza, and from the center to two radii, if you cut the circle or cut the pizza, the pizza slice or the piece that you get from the circle is known as sector.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. How many items you have learned?
It's 6 now.
How many items? Circle,
6.
center,
Oh, 7.
circumference, radius, diameter, chord, sector. How many items you have learned?
7.
Okay, so are you quite clear about the sector?
Yeah. It's
What is
like
it?
a slice.
Yeah, tell me.
When you take an arc and connect its ends to the center, you have a sector. Yeah, an arc is like this thing, like the curved part.
Your circumference is circular. And if you take a piece, a carved piece from the circumference, is arc. And if your arc is connected to the center and you consider it as a separate part, is a sector.
Okay. My mom's asking when the next class is. My mom's asking when the next class is.
On Saturday at 8 a.m. I mean, in Bangladesh time, 8 a.m. In your time, it's it's
check.
9:42, right? In your, what time do you go to bed?
Like 10.
Okay, so I'll finish in 10 minutes.
And it's okay.
Okay. Now, what do you call if you do not know how to take a pizza slice? How many siblings you are?
3.
You are the eldest.
Yeah.
Hmm? How many brothers and sisters?
1 brother, 1 sister.
What is your younger sister's name?
Faiza.
Faiza. Good. What class is she in now? Does he go
She's
to
in 4th.
4th grade? And what about your younger brother?
Ali.
Hmm? Ali, what? Does he go to school? No,
No, he's only 3 years old.
3 years. Okay, if you give him a pizza, what do you think? Will he be able to cut a pizza slice from the arc to the center? Do you think?
No.
No. He will, maybe he will be cutting the pizza slice from anywhere he wish, right?
Yeah.
So maybe like this.
Yeah.
From the cord to any part, right? So if you cut your pizza from the cord, what do you call this part of your pizza or this part of your soap?
The part you colored in, it's I haven't learned what that is yet.
This is called a segment. This is called a segment.
Oh, okay.
Segment. Next. So can you read it now? Segment. If you draw a line.
Yeah. So if you draw a line connecting 2 points on a circle, it's called a chord. If this chord cuts a piece from the circle, then it's a segment.
So if any chord cuts the pizza or cuts the circle, you call it a segment. And if the radii, 2 radii from the arc cut the circle, we call a sector. Okay, how many items you have learned?
8.
Okay, good. Is it very difficult?
No.
Okay. Do you still find it disgusting?
It wasn't that bad like at school. I just don't like it as much as the other subjects.
Okay. So sector and segment. Okay. What is this?
An angle?
Yes, very good. An angle. What do you call this? What angle is it? What is the name of this angle?
An acute angle?
No. Where is the angle formed?
Just it's a I don't know.
Where is the angle formed? What is the location? What is
Like
the?
in
Is it?
the
Did you draw the angle in the circumference, or
no
in the radius, or in the segment, or in the center? Where did you draw the angle?
in the sector?
You draw the angle in center.
Yeah.
So when you draw an angle in a center, you call it central angle. What angle?
Oh yeah.
It's called. What is the name of this angle?
A central angle?
It's called central angle. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a circle. This is the center. And this is a point in circumference. What is this? Hmm?
That I don't know.
That's an angle.
Well, yeah, but it's like taking up the whole circle.
Yeah. But is it the same like the angle you learned a bit earlier from the center?
No.
This one was in the center. Is it in the center? Is it in the center?
No, it's
No.
in this. It's near the circumference.
Yes, it's on the circumference. And this
Yeah.
angle, if you draw any angle in the circumference, anywhere, okay, we call it inscribed angles. What angles is it?
Inscribed.
Yes, inscribed. And it's not working. Inscribed angle. Okay, so two angles. We have learned two angles. What are the two angles?
A central angle and a inscribed angle.
Yeah. Can you read it? Can you read central angle? Sohalia, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read?
Oh. Oh, a central angle is the angle that forms when two radii meet at the center of a circle. Remember that a vertex is the point where two lines meet to form an angle. A central angle's vertex will always be the central point of a circle.
So what's a vertex?
Oh, a vertex is I know what it is. Hold on. Like it has something to do with
Vertex is a meeting point where two line meets. Where two line meets.
yeah.
So the vertex of a central angle is the center, and the vertex of an inscribed angle is not a center, is in the circumference. Read the inscribed angle.
An inscribed angle is an angle formed by two chords in a circle which have a common endpoint. This common endpoint forms the vertex of the inscribed angle. The other two endpoints define what we call an intercepted arc
Okay.
on the circle.
The other 2 points define what we call an intercepted arc on the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
Common point, the vertex is the inscribed angle. The other 2 points, here, the other 2 points, this point, define what we call the intercepted arc. This is intercepted arc. This is known as intercepted
arc.
Okay. So a central angle is formed by chord or radius.
A chord.
A central
Oh wait, I mean the central angle is created by the radius.
and an inscribed angle is formed by chord or radius.
Chord.
Okay. The vertex is a center or any point in the circumference in the central angle.
Any point in the
Central angle. What's the vertex of a central angle? The center. The central angle. But what about the inscribed angle? The center is always, the vertex is always on the circumference.
Yeah.
So we have learned 2 important angles of a circle. What are these 2 important angles?
The inscribed angle and central angle.
Now we need to learn the relationship. The relationship between these 2. Okay. So let's look at this. Can you see the picture?
Yeah. Oh, they form like another.
The green color is, what is the name of the angle that is green color?
It's a central angle.
And the red one?
Is the inscribed angle.
Okay. This is intercepted arc, right? If the radius that intersect the point, from there, if you draw an inscribed angle, no matter where it is, what is the value of this angle? 60, 70, 90?
It's 60 and the other angle is 30 and they add up to a right angle.
What is this in this case?
A triangle?
Triangle. And what is the value of this angle?
90 degrees.
Yes, 90 degrees. So what is the value of this angle? 60, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Inscribed angle is always half the central angle.
Oh,
Inscribed is always,
half the central.
this is the fact. We have learned so many terms, and the first fact we have learned about the circle is the central angle is double the inscribed angle. Inscribed angle is half the central angle. What is the fact? Tell me.
The inscribed angle is half the central angle, and the central angle is double the inscribed angle.
Very good. Now, if you can remember these terms and the fact, I am going to give you one sum to solve, and I believe you'll be able to do that.
Okay.
Let me give you. Can you see the screen?
Mm-hmm. Central angle is 60 degrees. Find the measure of angle AB. So the central angle, it would be 30 degrees.
Wow, well done. Very good. You got it
Yeah.
right. Okay. So I believe you have learned all the terms and facts very well. So it says AOC, that means it is 60 degree, and ABC, they want you to find out this inscribed angle. Okay. As
Mhm.
long as they have the same endpoints, this central angle is always double the inscribed angle, and inscribed angle is half the central angle.
Mhm.
Okay. Today I finished the class here. I have given you some terms and some formula. In Telegram, I will give you some practice for the next class, and you will come. Okay. Best of luck. Love is. Love is.
Allah Hafiz.